Hi, I'm Carrie and food makes me happy. Making it, sharing it, and of course eating it.
I'm Stan, and I like eating Carrie's food too.
But good food doesn't just make me happy, it makes me feel great too. And that's why I want to share my recipes with you, so that you can feel amazing, eating mouth-watering meals, so simple that even Stan can make them. I'm vegan, and all my recipes are vegan friendly, so everyone's happy. Give them a try and see how tasty happy food can be.
More tea, Vicar?
Today on Happy Food we're serving afternoon tea with a sensational selection of savoury snacks and sandwiches.
Accompanied by some mouth-wateringly Moorish morsels from the sweets trolley.
So pop the kettle on, put your feet up and join us.
First up, we're making some sweet Tiffin.
And melt in the mouth scones, full of jam and coconut cream.
This Tiffin recipe is my absolute favourite, and it's so quick and easy to make.
The trick is to find a good place to hide it, so there's some left to serve your guests. For this recipe we'll need 250 grams of self-raising flour, 40 grams of vegan margarine, 1.5 tablespoons of castor sugar, and 100 ml of soya milk. Sift the flour into a bowl. Rub in the vegan spread until it resembles breadcrumbs. Add the sugar. Gradually add the milk, mixing with a knife till the mixture comes away from the side of the bowl and forms a soft dough. Tip the scone mix onto a board that you've dusted with flour. I prefer not to roll out my scones, but to pat the dough into a large round. Scones are a fun and easy recipe to make, and fantastic for getting children interested in baking. Stan, would you like to cut out the scones?
Okay.
Using a scone cutter, cut the dough into rounds and place the rounds onto a greased baking sheet. Brush a little bit of milk on top of each scone and bake for 15 to 25 minutes until golden. While the scones are in the oven, let's make some Tiffin cake. We have 250 grams of vegan digestive biscuits, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 100 grams of any dried fruit that you like, 2 tablespoons of soft brown sugar, 100 grams of vegan margarine, a 1/4 cup of golden syrup, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and for the topping, 100 grams of lovely vegan chocolate. Crush the biscuits in a food processor or in a bag using a rolling pin. There you go, Stan. Pour into a medium-sized bowl with the cocoa and the dried fruit. Melt the vegan spread in a saucepan with the sugar and the golden syrup. Add the vanilla extract. Pour all the wet ingredients into the dry and mix thoroughly till all the crumbs are coated. Tip the mixture into a greased tin and press down with the back of a spoon. Melt the chocolate in a clean bowl over a pan of simmering water. Be careful not to let any water into the chocolate and watch the pan doesn't dry out. Spread the melted chocolate over the biscuit base and set it aside to cool. When it's cool, cut it into squares and try not to eat it all yourself. To get the coconut cream, chill a can of coconut milk in the fridge for a couple of hours. This separates the cream at the top from the water at the bottom. Open the bottom, pour off the water, and you're left with the cream. Whisk in the sugar and vanilla extract to taste. When the scones are ready, pop them onto a wire rack to cool slightly before cutting. Then slather them with jam and a dollop of coconut cream. Mmm. Now, how can I make sure that Stan doesn't eat these before my tea party?
What's that?
Stan, maybe you could nip to the shops for me and get some ingredients.
Well, it is a nice day. Buying fresh fruit and veg, it's always best to buy from local suppliers if you can. Not only will the food be more flavoursome and have less preservatives in it than supermarket food, you'll also be helping out local businesses too. And I know just the place. Tattie Shaw's. It's always jam-packed with a great selection of fresh, seasonal and organic fruit and veg. Morning.
Morning.
All from growers in the UK and locally sourced as much as possible. It's a family-run business, and James, the owner, is always happy to help.
Tattie Shaw's has been here 19 years in November now. Mr. Shaw actually owned the place, but retired and moved to Spain, and then I just took over. My daughters are in, my missus is in, everybody works together. We offer a box pickup service if you wanted to give us a list of what you'd like in your box, whether it be £20 vegetables, £20 of fruit, mixed vegetables. We'll make it up for you. Come and pick it up, save you time. This is the start of the English broad beans, the English peas, asparagus. This is from the Wey Valley down in England. It's actually really, really tasty. As opposed to the Peruvian and the Brazilian that we get most of the year round. English beetroots all starting. English New Season beetroot. It's a lot better, a lot fresher than beetroot that's been picked and stored all year round.
Right, let's get shopping. Right. Should be over the moon with this lot. Thanks, James.
It's time to make our selection of sandwiches, and Stan's really come up trumps with the ingredients.
These fillings are full of wonderful colours and flavours to liven up even the laziest of sunny afternoons.
And with a bit of flair in the presentation, these delightfully dainty dishes really will look as good as they taste. You will need for the pepper filling 4 red bell peppers. For the tofu scramble, a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 spring onions, 3 mushrooms, a red bell pepper, all finely chopped, 4 cherry tomatoes and half a block of drained tofu, a pinch of powdered stock, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric and 2 tablespoons of vegan mayonnaise. For the date and orange, a block of dates, an orange and some vegan spread. For the cucumber sandwiches, a cucumber, some vegan cream cheese and to garnish, chives and black pepper. And of course, a selection of bread. First, we're going to prepare the delicious fillings for our sandwiches. To roast your peppers, preheat your oven to gas mark 8, 230 degrees centigrade. Arrange the peppers on a baking sheet and place them on the top shelf for 30 to 40 minutes. Turn them occasionally till the skins are charred and then place them in a bowl and cover till cool. Once completely cool, remove the stems, seeds and skin from each pepper. For the tofu scramble, drain a block of firm tofu. Heat the oil and fry the onions, mushrooms and pepper till soft. Sprinkle in the powdered stock, add the spices and fry until fragrant. Add the tomatoes, crumble in the tofu and fry for 5 to 6 minutes. Transfer the mixture to a bowl and set it aside to cool. Once it's completely cool, mix in the vegan mayo. For the date and orange filling, thinly slice the block of dates. Prepare the orange by cutting off the top and bottom, then slicing off the pith and skin. Using a knife, carefully remove the segments, leaving the membrane behind. Spread the brown and white bread with dairy-free marge. Load with your tasty fillings and cut off the crusts. Cut your sandwiches into triangles and fingers. Cut circles from the rye bread using a scone cutter. Thickly slice some cucumber and pat it dry with kitchen paper. Spread the rye discs with vegan cream cheese and top with a cucumber slice. Add a drop of vegan cream cheese and garnish with chives and a grind of black pepper. With everything prepared and the kettle boiled, it's time for tea at last.
And who better to invite for a well-earned break than our film crew, Matt and Parky.
Hi guys! If you like the look of these recipes, why not give them a go? They're so tasty and really easy to make. Happy eating!
Amazing.